Point of view. You're investigating a village where everyone is already dead. Level 1. The call comes at 6 a.m. A village. No survivors, no signs of struggle. Your job? Find out why. You're a field investigator for a health ministry contractor, pays decent, caseload's light. This one pays triple. You pack a kit, gloves, mask, camera, notebook. The drive takes 4 hours, lasts 30 minutes, no signal. The village sits in a valley, smoke from one chimney, just one. Everything else is still. You step out of the car, cold air, no birds. First house, door unlocked. A woman at the table, tea gone cold in her cup. She's been dead 3 days. No wounds, no blood, just stopped. You write it down, log it, move to the next house. Same thing, different room, same stillness. This is level 1. You think it's just a job. You're wrong. Level 2. By house 6, you stop writing cause unknown. There's a pattern. Everybody faces east. Every clock in every home stopped at 3:17. You check your watch. It's 3:14 now. Your hands go cold. You call it in. No signal. You check your radio. Static. You're alone in a village of 40 homes and 31 corpses. 9 missing. Something moved in your peripheral vision. House at the end of the road. Light flickering. You don't investigate. Not yet. You're not paid enough. Not yet. You set up camp in your car. Lock the doors. Radio still dead. You tell yourself, sunrise, you leave. But sleep won't come, and at 3:17 a.m., every house lights up at once. Then goes dark. Level 3. Morning comes, you're still alive. That's new information. You go back in. Professional discipline over panic. House with the flickering light you enter. Journal on the table. Handwriting frantic near the end. It started with the well, it reads. Everyone who drank changed. Now everyone who didn't is gone too. The well sits at the village center. Stone rim. Rope with no bucket. You look down. Water's black. Not muddy black like ink. Something about that water bothers your training. You take a sample, seal it, log it. Your hands are shaking now. Not from cold. 9 people are still missing, and you're starting to wonder if missing means gone or means waiting. Level 4. You find the church. Doors chained shut from the outside. Someone locked this from out here, not in there. You cut the chain. Open the doors. Empty pews, except the altar. 9 sets of clothing, folded, neat, no bodies. This is where the missing went, or where they left something behind. Under the altar, a ledger, names, dates, payments. Someone was paying this village large sums, wire transfers from a shell company you don't recognize yet. You photograph every page. This isn't a health crisis. This is a cover-up. And you just became a liability to whoever's covering it up. Level 5. You drive out at dawn, signal returns 2 miles from the village. 1 bar. Enough to send the photos to your contact Mira before anything else happens to you. She calls back in 9 minutes. Voice tight. Delete everything. Come in, now. You don't delete it. You ask questions instead. She admits it. The shell company is a research division. Off the books. Testing something in isolated populations. Villages like this one were selected, paid, signed, NDAs they didn't understand. Something went wrong. Or something went exactly as planned, and you weren't supposed to see the results. You're not just an investigator anymore. You're a witness. Level 6. Mira offers you a choice. Money to disappear, the report real money, the kind that changes a life. Or you go public. Career ending. Maybe worse than career ending? You take a third option. You keep investigating. Quietly. You trace the shell company through 4 subsidiaries, find a facility 90 miles from the village. Access requires clearance you don't have, so you build a story. Fake credentials. A borrowed badge. You're in the building at 11 p.m., sterile halls, 1 wing lit. Behind glass, 3 of the 9 missing villagers, alive, sedated. Whatever's in that water, they're still testing it. On people who trusted a village elder's word over their own instincts, you take video. 15 seconds before a guard rounds the corner, you run. Level 7? You're not an investigator now. You're a target. 2 men follow your car for 40 miles. You lose them on a service road you shouldn't know existed. Mirror goes dark, no calls, no texts, office empty when you check. You have footage that could end a company. You also have 0 protection and a shell company with resources you can't match. You upload the video to 3 encrypted drops. Insurance. If something happens to you, it goes public automatically in 72 hours. You did everything right. And it still isn't enough. Because 2 nights later, your apartment door is already unlocked when you get home. Level 8. Someone's been inside. Nothing stolen. Just rearranged. A single photo on your table. You entering the village, day 1. Taken from a distance you didn't notice. They've known since the beginning. You weren't investigating a village. You were being tested too. The village wasn't an accident. It was a controlled study on how far a lone investigator would go, how much truth one person could uncover, and what they'd do with it. Your dead man switch footage, the one insurance you trusted, gets quietly discredited online within hours of any leak. Bots. Fake context. Debunked articles ready before you even sent it. They didn't need to silence you. They needed to make sure no one would believe you. Level 9. You go back to the village. One last time. To find proof they can't erase. It's gone. Not abandoned, gone, bulldozed, grass seeded over. A sign, Land Reclamation Project Phase 2. 4 months of your life. 9 missing people. 31 dead. Erased in 1 dry season. You still have the water sample. Sealed in your fridge since day 1. It's the only physical evidence left in the world. You don't know if that makes you safe or exactly why you're still alive. Level 10, final level. 2 years later, you're not an investigator anymore. You work a desk job under a different name in a different city. You don't talk about the village. You don't talk about Mira, who was found dead 8 months after that night ruled a suicide. Some nights you still see 3:17 on a clock and your whole body goes still. You kept the sample. You never tested it. Some truths cost more than they're worth to confirm. But 6 weeks ago, a new village went quiet 40 miles from the first one. Same pattern, same silence, same water. You haven't taken the case. You haven't said no either. Because some part of you knows the only way this ends is if someone finishes what started in that valley. And some part of you is still standing at that well, looking down into water black as ink, waiting to find out if you're brave enough or foolish enough to look again.